Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Hughes Jester. My name is Junior. Today we're going to take a look at the Black Series Star Wars Imperial Armored Commander from the Mandalorian. When I first saw this on screen, whoa baby, I really wanted it because it's the Mandalorian. So basically the storyline happened after Luke Skywalker and all that stuff. But at the same time, the design of the armor was impressive because it had the mixture of the Mandalores, and at the same time, the design of the helmet kind of reminded me of the Clone Wars. And um, so let me go ahead and unbox it and let's take a look inside. All right, so this is everything that comes with a figure. Let's take a look close up first of the accessories, and then we'll do a close up of the figure. And then we'll do the full figure articulation and movement. Here's the jetpack that comes with the figure. Interesting design concepts. You do have some raised sculptural details on the fins over there. It's very minimalistic on the paint application, but of course it's all Mandalorian design, where it's just black and gray and white. Not the Mandalorian, I meant like from the show. So it's very true to the show's um, coloring, so that's good. Let's see. And here's the blaster. Again, nice design and everything. It does have that faint silver paint over there. There's the other side. Here's the rifle. I really like the design of this rifle. It's kind of evocative of the original blaster, where it has this thing over here. Less thick, more slim, more see, like, it's funny for me to say this, it's more grounded to like a real weapon, but we all know that the blasters were from real weapons anyway, so yeah, I like it. So here's the head helmet design. I really do like it. So one of the reasons why I like this particular design and what really captured me is that it's in the time frame of the original trilogy, and at the same time the design of the helmet reminds me so much of the Clone Wars, the clone troopers. And when it comes to the Imperial troopers, I've always thought, in terms of military prowess, or oh, look at that. Is this a separate overlay? It is. In terms of capability, I've always thought the clone troopers were the very top because they were cloned from Jango Fett. They were trained as a military unit. They're basically cloned. Their entire lives is for combat. And then on top of that, maybe, and then below that, in terms of as a soldier's capability, I'm not sure. The original trilogy troopers, the Imperial troopers, I've always thought they were kind of a joke because they always fall down. They can't shoot straight, from what we've seen on the movies and all that stuff. No, so maybe I'll do Force Awakens Imperial troopers below the clone troopers because they seem more militaristic, more of a real soldier, more capable than the Imperial troopers. I'm sure they're not, but it's just from the movie standpoint of view. And then of course I didn't like the Force Awakens troopers because they're supposed to be conscripted from youth. But then they're brainwashed, so they are more of a military unit. And then the third ranking would be the original, the Imperial troopers, because they don't seem like real soldiers to me. They seem like they're conscripted and they're trained late in life, so they were forced into being soldiers. They just have numbers on them. That's my ranking. So like clone troopers, Force Awakens troopers and then Imperial troopers in terms of really good soldiers. So this guy, the reason why I was talking about that is this guy reminds me of the clone troopers in the Imperial era. So when I first saw them, I'm like, man, I really need to get that. And I really like how it has these lines on here in the nose. Really, really good design. I wonder if I should get this in the Hot Toys version too. And then the plates over here on the abdomen. I really do love that design. There's looking at this and then this one. It's just, yeah, I really like this. So I'll do the articulation and I'll talk about how I feel about this toy. Um, so this came out a while back. This is not a new release. Um, and I bought this at $24 full price on Amazon. I think it was the only one left. But I got it. I used my points, so it ended up being like $11. So that's good. Um, I I I know this one just came out on the 3.75 version, and I really, really wanted to get that one. I really do, even at full price. But when I mean full price, the $17 full price, not the $24 full price that they're asking for it. I think that's ridiculous. And I don't even think I ordered one. I think I did, but I just couldn't. And I really want a lot of this. $24 for 3.75. I don't care what you put on it and whatever name you put on it. That's the price of a regular Black Series, and I'm not gonna do that. Um, and and whenever I feel tempted to buy the 3.75 version, I look at my display of Star Wars and I say, God, I have so much. I have plenty to feast my eyes on. I don't need to be a sucker and pay $24 for a smaller figure. However good it is, however much I want it, I'm gonna play the waiting game on that one, and hopefully, people will get tired of it, and then they'll just add it in lots, and it'll be a better value for me. Um, so as you can see, that's why I look at this one. I love it. I'm just like so disappointed I'm not able to get it, or I'm not willing to spend money for it. So you got the articulation here in the elbow. It's just got 90 degrees. Oh, it does have the cut on the brace over here. The wrist goes up and down here on this side, and also up and down on this side. This is a separate overlay, this armor piece, which is kind of amazing that they did that, as you can see, because it gets misaligned here. And because of that, underneath here is probably a harder plastic, but because they did an overlay armor over softer plastic, you're able to do that and move this out of the way. It is capable of doing a T-pose. That's pretty much it. So for the arms, that's a good range, acceptable range. Here, wow, that's good side to side. That's the best looking forward joint of a Black Series I've ever seen, ever. Um, and I don't mind the fact that it actually is opposite of what I've seen on Black Series, where the front moves forward really well, not that much on the back, because I feel like the back, you don't really want a lot of back anyway. There's nothing on the waist, so all the movement is coming from the lower ribs. Again, no cut on the thighs. Why are you guys doing that, Hasbro? But at least this one, when you lift it up, it goes straight, so it doesn't do this on the other one, which I didn't like. But again, no cut. I guess I'm okay with that, because on the knee it does have the swivel. That's really stiff on the knee. The knee, because it's just single joint, does the 90. That is one thing. It's very similar to what the vintage does. So I'm conflicted about that one because this one is able to do a double bend. Goes up by only that much, and articulation on the ankles only by that much, and an ankle rocker. And the holster actually has a pull out on that, so you can actually holster this properly. Put this in here. It's got 3 points of connection, so you can secure it nice and tight. Imperial Armored Commando from the Mandalorian. I really love the design of this thing. I really do. But let's talk about value and pricing. So even though I got this at $11 because of I use my Amazon points, I'm gonna say the base price on this one is I'm gonna judge it with the base price of $24 because my Amazon points are still money. Base price of 10 equal to $24. Value, I love the design. I really do. I wish I could get more. It's kind of disappointing that I can't. I love the little intricate added on here, but the value I'm gonna have to put down at 10. And you get exactly what you paid for. The value is not increased by the fact that I love the figure. I love the design of the figure because the design of the figure rests upon the original design from the show. So it's not Hasbro's accomplishment. It's not the toy's accomplishment. That's the accomplishment of the original design. So it's not going to affect the fact that I love the design. The values is based on the value of the toy and what it brings me. And in this case, I'm going to give it a 10 because I can't get more of it. If it was a lower price, then the value would go up. And the fact that they keep doing this with the thighs, because this, we know they can do it, and it's not a big detraction to the aesthetic of the figure to have a cut here. So I don't understand why they're doing that. Except of course it's less tooling. But yeah, I'm not disappointed, even though I'm giving it a value of 10. It's just, I paid full price for it. What can I say? And if I were to get it in a lot, which I'll probably wait in the future, I wish I could get more. The value would go up. This is the reason why I also gave these guys a value of 10. Because I bought multiples of them. And this one, because I didn't get it when it first came out, I don't have the chance to pre-order them on retail price. And on the secondary market, these are going for a little bit more than $24. I was lucky that I got the last one off of Amazon. And I probably would have gotten maybe 4 or 5 of these at full price. Yeah, so what I'm finding out is when I'm paying pre-order and full price and there's nothing to disappoint me in the figure, then I usually give it a 10. And this guy, I'm actually giving it a pass because I should have given it like a 9.5 or a 9 because of the thigh cut missing that I'm kind of used to. But I like it enough to give it just base solid value of 10. Does that make sense? Anyway, that's it for my review of the Imperial Armored Commando from the Mandalore. I really do dig this design. I wish I could get more of it. I'm just gonna play the waiting game this one, because it's when it comes to Star Wars, I have a collection that's massive. I have an army that's massive, and when I look at it, I'm like, ooh, that looks so cool. And it would be so cool if I could add this, but I'm not willing to pay full price and army build this. Does that make sense? Anyway, that's it for my review. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys again on my next review. Bye.